Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to you briefly about the Conrad Demarest model of empires. Conrad and Demarest were two guys. One was a sociologist slash archaeologist. The other was a historian slash sociologist. They're just two really smart academic guys. And they were studying the ancient empires, and they said, you know what? There's a common thread here between these empires. They all shared common features in order to be called an empire. So I'm going to go through those things for you, and then what we're going to do is do a worksheet comparison of 3 of the empires, and you're going to organize the information to try and see if these empires that we've been talking about actually classify as an empire according to Conrad and Demarest. So the first thing, they say some necessary preconditions for the rise of the empires have to be there. And these are characteristics that may encourage the development of an empire. You got to have a state-level government, a small government that works on a smaller scale than that of an empire. High agricultural potential, an environmental mosaic, meaning that there is some differences in the environment within that empire, and there's access to water, etc. Several small states with no clear dominant state, and often mutual antagonism amongst those states. And of course, adequate military resources or some kind of military or technological advantage that's going to allow them to go out and conquer other peoples and grow their building empire. Secondly, they said states sometimes succeed in empire building if they have an ideology that promotes a personal identification with the state or the empire, the leader, conquest, and or militarism. And I think once you actually start analyzing these empires in these terms, you're going to see some examples of this. So, and basically what this is there an idea that's being promoted throughout the entire empire that people have some sort of unifying theme amongst them that's allowing them to identify with one another and say, hey, we have this common thing that we like, whether it's our state or empire, our leader, our conquest, militarism, whatever, that's going to unite you and I together. Common characteristics of a well-run empire: build roads and transportation systems. You have trade flourishing. You have what we would consider a cosmopolitan city, meaning that you have some art and educational systems prevalent in that community. Effective bureaucracy or government to ensure communication, collect taxes, oversee coinage, ensure emperor's laws are enforced. You have a common official language. A lot of times different cultures would be living under the same empire, but they were still able to communicate because there was one official language somewhere. They had a system of justice, for example, the 12 tables. I just gave you an answer. And a law for the entire empire. And then the citizenship or rights extend in some degree to conquered peoples. And this gives the conquered peoples a sort of a buy-in, like maybe they're not going to fight being conquered so hard because they think that it's going to be a good thing for them. Major results of empires: you have economic rewards, especially in the early years, that are redistributed to the elite, and then they're going to trickle down to other classes. So, meaning that the elites are getting very rich, and that wealth is, there's a mutually beneficial relationship there where it's trickling down to the lower classes. You have relative stability and prosperity economically. Maybe you have a really good trade system going. And then you have population growth, and we've talked about the effect of economy and population growth. And then lastly, empires fall because of failure of leadership. Ideology of expansion and conquest leads to attempting new conquest beyond a practical limit. And once you actually get into these empires, you're going to be able to see some really clear-cut, great examples of this. Lack of new conquest erodes economic base and lessens the faith in the ideology that supported the empire. And then rebellions from within and challenges from beyond the borders are going to also put more pressure on these empires, and they're going to fall. Okay. I know I didn't exactly give you a lot of examples there because I want you to find the examples on your own. Good luck.